Good morning, everybody. Welcome to school. This is your first distance learning lesson, courtesy of Mr. Modis. I hope you all are hanging in there okay, and you're all safe and feeling well. Um, let's just get through this, and we'll make the best of it as we can. So, if you have any questions on anything, please email me. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. I am being inundated with emails, so please be cautious of getting or be flexible with getting a response from me. But anyway, let's get going. Um, Week one, this week, we're going to look at what is actually a very, I would say, timely issue, and that is the law of demand. You see it right now if you've gone to any of the grocery stores, looking for anything from toilet paper to canned goods to meat to a whole bunch of stuff. So today we're going to do is we're going to look at what the law of demand is. It'll be a really short video, probably I'm hoping within 5 minutes. And then the next video I'll do will be on what makes the demand change for various things. Okay? So bear with me as we go through this. If you have any questions, again, email me and I will try to respond to you. Okay, so the thing we're going to get to in this first little video is what the law of demand is. These are the terms and concepts you'll get in this whole unit. So you won't get all these today in this little video. You'll get probably the first little diamond bullet point there. The rest of the stuff will be on the second video I'll share with you eventually. But these are the things you're going to get with demand. You know what the law of demand is already. You see it every day. You're consumers. You abide by it. You know that you're going to get more of something when it goes on sale. Okay? Let's put a more refined twist to that. So when we talk about demand, economists say that demand only counts if the consumer is willing and able to pay for it. So as an example, I want a Lamborghini. I have the willing part down. I don't have the ability part. There's no way I can afford one. So to be counted as demand, you have to meet both criteria of want and ability for that particular ability to pay for that particular good or service. So let's look at how the law of demand actually works. The law of demand is a law of inverse nature. So you know this, when prices go up, you're going to buy less, most likely anyway, of that product. And if you don't, most other people probably will. So generally speaking, as the price goes up, the demand or the quantity consumed is going to go down. They work in opposite directions. So when the price goes down, demand is eventually going to increase. At least that's the goal of it. There's always exceptions to every rule, but generally speaking, that's the case. Okay? So you know that already, but now this is like official with economics. Let's look at what a demand curve looks like and how we kind of graph that out. This is the part that kind of scares some kids. We'll keep this as simple as we can. Okay. The first thing I want you to notice is on the screen is we have on the left side a chart, on the right side we have a graph. We'll look at the chart for now on the left side. This is a hypothetical demand for pizza. So if you took these numbers, let's just say this was the demand for the state of Minnesota in 1 week for pizza at various prices. You'll notice that there's 3 columns on that chart to the left. The middle column is the price per pizza. The far right column is going to be how many pizzas are demanded or bought that week. So at $15 a pizza, we have 8 million pizzas consumed or purchased that week. And you can see further on down when the price goes down that the quantity demanded or sold goes up. Okay, cheaper pizza is going to sell more than more expensive pizza. That's called the demand schedule. Just think of it as a chart. On the right side, we have a demand curve. Don't get thrown off by the fact that the blue line there is straight or linear. It's still called a curve. So on that line, we have points A through E that represent the quantity purchased at various prices. So a couple things I want you to get down about the graphing stuff. First off, Look at the axes. You have the y-axis, which is the vertical up and down one. Notice that we have the price of the product on that. So in this case, it's price of pizza, and they do $3 increments all the way to $15. No matter if it's a demand or a supply curve, the price is always on that axis. Okay? On the horizontal or x-axis, we have the quantity. In this case, it's quantity consumed or purchased. So this one here, it's not drawn to scale, but you can see that they have these numbers there. So if you can find point, let's just say D as in dog. If you find point D on the line, you'll notice that at the $6 mark, that's where point D is. If you go across $6, at $6, point D is going to tell you how many pizzas are consumed at $6, and we have 26 million. So a lot of pizzas bought at $6. Now what happens if the price increases from $6 to $12? It just doubles. Look what happens to your demand. At $12, point B is going to show you how many pizzas are bought at $12, and that's going to be 14 million. So we have a sizable decline in the demand or the purchase of pizzas when the price went from $6 to $12. That's not a surprise. So that's kind of how it works. You'll notice that a true demand curve goes downward to the right. So this one here is perfectly straight. Some demand curves have more of an actual curve, but the slope at which they go down may differ, meaning some may look really, really steep, some may look almost horizontal. This one's kind of in the middle. But demand curves will never go upward to the right. Sorry about that. Okay, they'll never go upward to the right. They're always going to go downward to the right to some capacity. Okay, that's a little bit about what a demand curve looks like. Now, the thing is that demand curve is set in time. Your job is to figure out what happens when that thing moves. So this could be the demand curve for last week. Well, what happens to the demand curve for this coming week? With the shutdown and all going on because of the coronavirus stuff, maybe it's possible there's going to be less pizza sold. So you're probably going to see that line move. So let's just say that the line you see right now, or the curve you see right now, represents pizzas from, we'll just say last week or something like that. Well, what happens if at $12, the amount of people who wanted to buy pizzas goes from 14 million to 8 million? Look what's going to happen to where that dot is. It's going to go to the left. And what's going to happen is the whole line is going to move to the left. So a leftward shift in the curve here represents a decline in demand at those price points. A rightward shift is going to represent an increase in demand. So maybe once this quarantine thing is all done, people are going to be like, you know what, I've wanted pizza for the last month. I'm going to go get pizza. And they're willing to pay more for it just because now they can. So you may see this line go to the right once people are able to kind of conduct their lives the way we're used to doing it. Okay, that's a little bit about what the laws of demand is, and also what the curve looks like. The next video lesson I'm going to do for you is going to play off of that line or that curve moving left or right. I'll give you what causes that and give you some examples. So hopefully this was okay for you. Take care, stay healthy.